All right, what's up, everyone? My name is Kamal, and welcome to the third session. And in this session, we will cover about the strings in detail, where we will talk about majorly three topics: indexing and slicing, properties and methods, and print formatting. So let's begin. So let's say I've created this folder in the desktop, although you can create it anywhere. Okay, and just one quick thing I want to show you. So let's say now this is a Python script of the notebook based. So like in details, you can see this is Jupyter notebook file. If you try to open it directly, it will open it in the VS Code. Okay. So it may look unfamiliar to you right now, but what we have to do is we have to open it using the Jupyter notebook. So how to do that? Just go to your Jupyter notebook, click over there, and then this window will open. So you go to desktop, training. This is the existing file. So it will take just 1 minute, most probably. Yes. So you see, that's how you have to open this rather than directly by double click, because otherwise it will open it in the VS Code. So now how to shut down this script correctly? Click over there, click on shut down. This green color will fade away. Okay. How to delete this? Select this and delete. Okay. So today we are going to talk about strings in a complete detail. So we will create the blank sheet, and one more feature I will show you, that is to create the heading. So just type hash and type strings. Okay. Then click over there, M, shift enter. So that's how you can create heading 1, heading 2. So just double star. So you see it is now a little bit small, which means heading 2 in the Microsoft Word ways, right? You do it 3. So it is like that. Okay. So we are going to cover about creating strings, then printing strings, indexing and slicing, and we will talk about properties and methods of strings. That is what we will cover. So we have covered about the concept of single quote and double quote. Let's say I'll type, uh, hi, how are you? Or let's say I will type immediate annuity, let's say immediate annuity, and the term insurance. Okay, shift enter. Now you see I am only able to see the second one, not the first one. How can I show both of them? So I have to bring them in the print command. So I will type, let's say, print immediate annuity, print. So now I will be able to see both of them. There are two concepts that I want to cover right now, that is backslash n and backslash t. Okay, so we call them escape characteristics. Okay, so what happen is, let's say I type over there print hi, the product name is, and if you type, let's say, variable annuity over there, it will gives me an error, because I want variable annuity in the next line. So how can I do that? One of the ways is to use the triple quotes that I have already showed you, but there is one more feature that is available, that is to use backslash n. Okay, so you see now, hi, the product name is variable annuity. So these are some of the escape characteristics that will work within the string itself. Okay, so always remember that that is one of the escape character, that is backslash n, which simply means like you are writing in a Microsoft Word, and you are writing something and then press enter, you come to the next line. So consider it like that, that you are pressing the enter while writing something. Okay, on a similar note, instead of n, type t. Now you will be able to see the gap of 4 spaces. It is similar to when you are writing in Microsoft Word and you press tab. When you press the tab button, which is above your caps lock, so it will gives you 4 blank spaces. That is what it is also trying to do. Okay, so and if you combine both of them, then what will happen? Backslash n backslash t. So that's it. First is backslash n, so it comes to the next line. The backslash t is basically giving you the 4 spaces in the front. Okay, so these two are the escape characteristics, that is backslash n and backslash t. Okay, so let's start with the concept of string indexing and slicing. Okay, I am making a bold letters. Okay, so now the name of the product is, let's say, universal life insurance. Universal life is the product name. Okay, I want to find the first letter value, that is the U. How can I do that? So I will type name, then there are, we call them scare brackets or large brackets, and type 0. Okay, so what happened? Now listen carefully. So in case of Python, indexing starts from 0. Okay, so we say that the numbering generally starts from 1 2 3 so on, but in case of Python, when you are involved into the indexing means that you are pointing out to a specific thing and you want to find their location. Understand? Indexing, so it starts from 0, so it means that this is 0, this is 1, okay, this n is 1, I is 2, and so on, and this blank space will also be considered. Okay, so the name 0 is this. I will type 1, so it will become n, as I told you. And let's say I want to find the last value, so it is useless that I will keep on just counting them. So what I will do, I will type -1. So it means that from starting, value start from 0. From end, value start from -1. Because obviously -0 doesn't make any sense, right? 0 is 0. There is no +0 or -0. Hence, it is -1. This f is -2. Okay, I'll show you. Let's say name -2. So you can see this is f. Okay, name, you type 4. So the answer is E. You can check that. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is E. Okay, so this is what is known as indexing. Now, what is slicing? So you see, let's say you have a cottage cheese or a paneer, you cut it into a, 3 4 slices, right? So that every person in your family can eat. Same concept over here. Consider it like a full value. Now you want to slice. Basically, you want a specific portion out of this particular string. Okay. So how to do that? Let's say I want you and I, these three together. So what I will do, I will type name. Okay. So my first value will start from 0. I want 0 colon, right? I want the first value and the second value as well. In the indexing 0, 1, 2. I need the answer as you and I. But if I type 2 over there, you will see that the I does not come. Hence, always remember that in case of slicing, the last value is excluded. Last value. So I have to type 3. So then you can see you and I. So now it means it is taking 0, 1, 2, 3. But the 3, this last value is excluded. So the answer will be you and I. Okay, so see, I am starting from 0. So it means I don't have to type this 0 every time. If I just type colon and type 3, I will still get my answer. Because now over here, Python is assuming that, okay, you are starting from the beginning and going up to this index, which is excluded. So before that point. Okay, sorted. That is what the meaning of slicing is. Let's cover a little bit more about this. um Now let's say you will not give any value, either in the beginning or in the last. So it will give you the entire answer. Okay. And if you, let's say, give in the beginning and does not give any value in the end, so 2 onwards, okay, this value is included, always remember. But in the last I have not mentioned anything, so technically it will take all of the values up to the end, then it will not exclude the last value. So this is 2, so this is 0, 1 and 2. So from I up to the E I will get my answer. So you can see I versus life. Okay, so this is the what we call it, slicing. Within slicing you can jump between the steps as well. So like the name is what, universal life. Okay, let's say now you are starting from 0 up to 6. Okay, when you check that, it is coming out to be univer, univer. Suppose you need you don't need n, then you need I, basically one jump. So I will type colon 2. So you see the answer is U, then N is skipped, then I, then V is skipped, then E. Now because you have mentioned up to 6th, that is why we are not considering any other values. By default it is always 1. You see, that is why I am stepping it up to 2. Okay. So that is what the meaning of indexing and slicing. Okay, so this concept is clear. Now I wanted to cover one important feature of the strings. That is that strings are immutable. It is very important. It is very useful when we cover other data types in a lot of detail. So now remember that strings are always immutable. So in Python, the term immutable refers to when the data type that cannot be changed after it is created. Hence, in case of strings, these are immutable. Let me give you an example. Let's say your product name is, let's say your name is, okay, your name is Raj. Let's take an example. So now at 0, it is R. I want to change this value to T. Okay, I want to change this value to T. Can I do that? So you can see it gives me an error. This is the main reason that strings are immutable, which means that you cannot change after it has been created. You can override the entire thing, but you cannot change the elements within that. That is what the meaning of immutable is. Hence, the data type, which is strings, are immutable. So these stuff that I am teaching you right now, what I am doing is I am trying to build your foundation strong, so that in our upcoming sessions when we will create our projects, so these things are very minute. Okay, so once your foundation becomes strong, then these things will be very small to understand. Like very quickly you will be able to revise all these things. Okay, so I'll comment this out and that's it. So when I use comment, control forward slash, that's it. That is control plus this forward slash. So once you type this, it will give you this symbol, which is the meaning of that you are commenting it. Comment it out. Okay. So now we have covered about the string indexing and slicing, and also covered about the immutable property, right? And we have covered about the concatenation concept as well, how to combine strings with integer, strings with string using the plus or the comma button, comma. There is one more feature. Let's say the name is ABC. Okay, I can multiply this name with 3. So you can see ABC, ABC, ABC. Okay, right? Next is, let's say I want to find, so right now what is the name? That is ABC. I want to find the length of my name. So that is 3, which is 1, 2, 3. Now you may say that why it is not 2, because in case of Python, the numbering starts from 0. No. I mentioned that when you are involved into the indexing, pointing it out to a specific value, specific letter within a word, then the indexing starts from 0. Otherwise, it is your normal counting. Simple length I am finding of this string, that is 1 2 3. That is why the length of the variable name is 3. Okay, so now let me start with some of the methods that are available with strings method. So let's say I define y is equal to Robert Downey is is the Iron Man. Okay, so this is the value of my y. Okay, now I'll type y and then I will press dot. When I press dot, I will press tab. So when I press tab, this circle will blink. Now see, it means it is loading something. So it is done. Now you can see when I press tab, I have tremendous number of features. These are the methods that is available with string. So I have created a string object over here named as y, and with this string I am able to see a lot of methods that I can do. Now the question is, what is the use of these methods? Let's say now this is Robert Downey is the Iron Man. I want to convert it into the uppercase. So I will type upper upper. Okay, upper. Then to call any function, you will just type small brackets, close. Now it gives you an error. Okay. Now why it gives you an error? That is something we have to find. Let's take a look. So I will type y dot upward. You can see now everything is in caps lock. So you don't even have to type the entire function. So let's say if I want every letter is in lowercase, I will type y dot l and press tab. It will gives you the option. Okay, I want lower. So now you will get the answer as like that. Okay, some more features I can show you. Let's say y dot split. When you press split and press enter, so it has created the list data type for me. List data type we will cover in our next section. So you can see that this is a separate string, separate string. Okay, and this separation has been done on the basis of a space. So by default it is on the basis of space, but let's say I want the split on the basis of letter O. Now you see R, then on the basis of O, next is BERT, so you can see. Okay, then up to D, right? Then O again, which is a split, then WNEYISTHEIR, that is what is written. Then again O, which is a split, then N man. So by default it will take space. Okay, otherwise it you can define in any way that you want. So we have covered some of the methods, that is upper, lower, split, like y dot. You can see a lot of functions that we have over there. So let's cover one more. You will type capitalize. So in case of capitalize, the entire string, the first letter will be capital and rest will be small. That is what the meaning of capitalize. There is one more, let's say replace. Now in case of replace, okay, one more thing I wanted to tell you now. So why don't replace? Now first of all I have to type the value of the existing. So the existing is, let's say this is over here written as Iron Man, or let's say just R. Okay, R in case of Robert Downey. I will replace it with T. So you can see why don't replace, instead of Robert it is written now Tobert. Downey is the Iron Man. Now one more thing I want to tell you. So let's say you are not sure what kind of values that you have to put in the in this place over here. In case of any method that you are working on, so just go in this between, like similarly over here, press shift then tab twice. Shift tab tab, shift tab tab. So now you will be able to see what this replace function, replace method within the string object, which is your y. What are they saying? That you have to first of all give the old value, which is R, then give the new value, which is T, and this is optional in nature. Okay, some of the parameters that we have to give within a specific method are optional. So these are the things that you will be able to learn step by step when you will practice more and more. Okay, so we have covered about the replace method as well. And let's say there is one more I want to cover. Let's start with the print formatting now. Print formatting. Okay. So now I am writing what was the name? The name is ABC. So I will type print hi, my name is. So one of the function that we have already seen is that you can just type like this, then comma, then name. So it will gives you the answer, right? The string concatenation. But you have one more feature available with you, that is print. So this method is known as f string method. So let me type the name, that is f string method. So what you have to do is just type f, then your double quotes, and now within that type your values. Hi, my name is. Now start the curly brackets, and then within this curly bracket pass your variable, which is name. See, hi, my name is ABC. Okay, let's say I will give you one more example. Let's say the value of A is 26, value of B is Kamal. Okay, so I will type print f string hi, my name is curly brackets, and I will pass B. Hi, my name is B and my age is curly brackets, and within that I will type A. So it will pick automatically. Hi, my name is Kamal and my age is 26. Pretty clear, right? So within the curly bracket, you can pass your uh, values, parameter basically, and then that parameter will pick the value automatically. That is what the logic of this f string method is. So it is very useful. You don't even have to use a lot of times the concatenation methods. This is super useful, right? So that is what the uh, print formatting. Print formatting is something that we will do using the f string method. Although there is one more method, we call them dot format method. Dot format method. Although we will not use that much now because this is a new concept, that is f string. So it is much better as compared to the dot format. So what we do in dot format is, let's say I will type print hi, my name is, again brackets, but instead of passing the variable over here, I will type dot format, and within that I will pass B. Hi, my name is Kam. That is what it is trying to do. Okay, but we are going to use this f string method. All right. Now there is one last topic I want to cover, that is about the role of R while printing. It is very important when we will upload our CSV file, Excel files to perform the calculation. This R is super duper useful. So see it now very carefully. I will type welcome to Actuary sense. Okay. I know that I have used the escape characters within that. So it is like that. But now I am saying, let's say I want that this entire line, I am not writing this thing as an escape characteristic. I want this, literally, I want this in my string as an answer. All I have to do is I will type just R over there before starting my string. So just press enter. Welcome to backslash n actually sense. Similarly, T, welcome to actually sense. Okay, so let's summarize what we have covered today. So the today's topic was about strings, in which we have covered the escape characteristics, strings indexing, string slicing, then how to perform the stepping, then the property of strings that is immutable in nature, Then we have covered about methods, in which we have covered upper, lower, split, capitalize, replace, and tons of method. You can go through them, check them, right? And suppose you want to know more about that method, whether you can Google it, chat GPT it, or just press within this bracket and then press shift tab. Okay. Next is print formatting, and we have covered two methods, that is f string that we will use a lot. Next, another method is dot format method. You can see dot format. And in the last, we have covered about the use of R while printing. All right. So I hope you all have enjoyed this session, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, KS.